So tomorrow is the day when everyone's out to get me. Well, not everyone. I mean, there's a lot of people that are not, that are in fact the opposite. A few of them here and there. And I think, definitely express gratitude towards anyone that will send me positive energy tomorrow if you happen to catch this video in time. Because I don't deserve it. And it's a nasty situation that is all too common for many divorced men, where we have to deal with a kind of twisted and warped hatred. And if someone else's point of view is that I'm down, like, well, I'm living in a fucking van. From my point of view, I'm just did what I had to do, and it just happens to the web of weird, if you like, has configured its way to help me in my natural calling, and I hope to help other people one day. So that's another reason I have to keep myself very much together in this difficult time. And forgive the odd swear word here and there. I am trying to. I'm sure. You see, you can't come from a working class background and pretend that you haven't, and I never will. But you have to adjust yourself where it's appropriate, and there is definitely a change taking place gradually over time. Has been for many years. So in a state of not knowing, I make a promise, and it's only valuable if I make this promise before I know, to keep my shit together, and to I just got a message from Sugar Puff. Hey, Sugar Puff. Pain in the butt. Keep myself together and just latch on to the higher, latch on to higher things, and try and look through this silliness and understand that. And I don't know, I just, like, right now it could just be like nothing, or nothing much, or something goddamn annoying, or something really bad. I just don't know. So that's what makes this promise powerful, because like part of me doesn't want to make it, like part of me just wants, I won't even go into it, but I'm gonna just stick to my guns. No one else will ever be given that kind of ammunition, and fingers crossed. And I really, really do thank anyone that will send me good wishes, and might sound like I'm making a big deal out of nothing, but no, not really. Not when you've not when you're living on the edge like this. It's the last thing you need. When you add it to everything else, it's not pleasant. And okay, Sugar Puff, deal with you in a minute. Good Lord. Get through this. New beginning. And in the future, I'm going to do something good in the world. That's what I want. And many years in the future, you see, when you kick someone when they're down from your position, you've lost all credibility, no matter what happened in the past. It's like, it's been 5 years. It's been like this a few times. It's like, just leave it. Why do you keep clinging to hatred? People that cling to Now, I'd understand if, you know, like someone in extreme circumstances, you know, who were, you know, there's always an exception to any rule, right? But like in this situation, it's, you see, when you did that, when you do something like that, when you don't have to, at some point in the future, that question will just be hanging in the air. Why did you feel the need to do that? You've lost any position of authority or, you know, highness or, you know, moral high ground. You've just lost it all. It's dead, and I've gained it. Given me power, which instead of just spitefully using for destructive means, I will transmute into something positive. And karma will take care of itself. There's always an exception to these kind of, but in this situation, this is absolutely how it is. It's awful. So at some point in the future, I will be able to look someone else in the eye and say, keep it together. It's the best thing to do. And everyone makes mistakes. And embrace meditation, contemplation, and the secret treasures of the perennial tradition, all that wonderful stuff. And, you know, embrace that, embrace the higher calling, call out to the higher self, and make an invitation towards more noble achievements, instead of wasting your time. There are things that need to be dealt with in this world and preserved and looked after and taken seriously, but when it comes to all that interpersonal, he said, she said, oh God, it's like, grow up. At some point you just have to move on. In a way, I feel sorry for people that they only have that base level understanding. They don't have that deep knowing of the evolution, even like from my position, where I realise it's extremely unfair, and I do it partly out of rebellion. The world is an ugly place from many angles. Reality is an ugly thing, but it can also be beautiful. And if you've got something precious, then, you know, if you have that understanding, you should you know, cling on to that and use that to push forward. You know, I was saying in a conversation the other day about when you see animals playing, you know, play fighting, or you see your kids dressing up, cowboys and Indians, there's always an element of play before you do the real thing, the grown-up thing, you know. So in a way, we play spiritually, we play with who we feel that we really are and who we will become. Not in every way, but in certain ways there is a kind of playing with the idea of becoming before truly becoming. Oh, just add that to all the other videos, but it's an important one, and I didn't really want to say it, but I know I should really, to give validity. And this is a, you know, like a personal thing mostly. I mean, I've got a few subscribers. I don't know who you are. I don't want to know who you are. Just at the moment, just chuck this down as a record. It helps me. It, you know, I just feel some reason, you know, that just that this is a good idea, even though a lot of it is boring, to be honest. I can appreciate it's boring. I totally get why I haven't got hundreds of subscribers. I can see there's like 30 or something. Like, I just think, bless you, like, man, you know, wow. I don't know. But hopefully in future, some longer, more meatier conversations, and this all this rambling is kind of a backdrop towards it's like the paddling before we reach the islands, in a way, for me. Right, just pulled up at my mate's house, and I'm gonna have a shave, and I have sent a text saying, can I use a shower, but I haven't received an answer yet. I might probably I'll just go and use it anyway. Like, you know, I haven't had a shower for 2 months. Really, I haven't had a shower for 2 months. I had a wash, don't get me wrong, but all that stuff, I still haven't sorted out a new gym yet, but I will. And is there anything else to say before I turn the camera off? Just looking around, just thinking. No. Trying to smile. And I'll see you on the other side.